Who benefits when human beings are trained to never feel complete? Because modern economies no longer grow by solving dissatisfaction. They grow by manufacturing it. Because a satisfied population stops upgrading, stops chasing, stops consuming, and somewhere between post-war consumer expansion and the rise of digital technology, corporations discovered something unsettling about human psychology. Insecurity is more profitable than durability. That discovery changed modern life forever. At first, companies competed by building better products, longer-lasting products, more reliable products. But eventually, markets reached a dangerous limit. People already owned enough, and once ownership stabilizes, economic growth slows down. So the objective quietly shifted. The goal was no longer making people happy with what they had. The goal became keeping them emotionally uncomfortable with what they had, and discomfort became an industry. The system did not rely on force. It relied on comparison. A slightly newer phone, a slightly thinner television, a redesigned car dashboard, a trend cycle changing just fast enough to destabilize identity. Nothing catastrophic, just enough to create a quiet psychological pressure. You are falling behind. That pressure became the fuel source of modern consumer economies. Because human beings do not only buy products, they buy emotional resolution. And corporations learned they could manufacture emotional problems faster than they could manufacture physical goods. So products stopped being objects. They became temporary solutions to engineered inadequacy. And the moment that inadequacy fades, the cycle resets. Then social media accelerated the system beyond anything earlier generations experienced. For the first time in history, billions of people began comparing themselves against constantly updated versions of everyone else. Homes, bodies, clothes, technology, lifestyle, identity itself became fluid and upgradable. And once identity becomes tied to visible consumption, nothing ever feels complete for long. That is the real engine behind modern dissatisfaction. Not greed, not weakness, but permanent exposure to artificial comparison systems. And comparison systems are impossible to win because the target keeps moving. Every update creates another update. Every trend kills the previous trend. Every new version quietly teaches the brain that stability is failure. So modern life became psychologically exhausting by design, not accidentally, systemically. At some point, dissatisfaction stopped being a side effect of the economy. It became the economy itself. Entire industries now depend on keeping human beings in low-level emotional instability. Fashion cycles, tech upgrades, beauty standards, algorithmic feeds, all operating on the same invisible principle: keep the consumer psychologically unfinished. Because unfinished people continue consuming. And the system became so effective that many people now mistake anxiety for ambition, restlessness for progress, replacement for growth. That is the anomaly hidden underneath modern life. The economy no longer profits most from human satisfaction. It profits from sustained emotional incompletion. And once you see the pattern, it becomes difficult to unsee, because suddenly modern life starts looking different. Why do trends move so fast? Why does everything feel temporary? Why does satisfaction disappear almost immediately after acquisition? Maybe the system was never designed to deliver lasting fulfillment at all. Maybe fulfillment is economically dangerous, because fulfilled people do not endlessly chase identities through purchases. And if that is true, then the real product being manufactured was never phones, clothes, or upgrades. It was dissatisfaction itself. It's no wonder that humans have become programmed to always want more. What's the last thing you replaced? Not because it stopped working, but because it no longer felt good enough. Drop it in the comments. And if you want true stories exposing historical anomalies and the invisible systems shaping life, this channel is for you.